What buddy films could we remake?
Well, obviously you have to go for the Gene Wilder, Richard Pryor or now.
Well, we said that like this. We're hoping this is our Stir Crazy rather than our See No Evil Hear No Evil, or Another You if you want to go all out. That's the one that nobody's seen. I haven't even seen that one.
No, I haven't.
That was like there was a much latter kind of Pryor and Wilder thing.
Should remake all of me.
Really?
Just Nick in Simon's body possessing it.
Oh, I'm in.
I'd like to.
Or we could do. What's the one where the guy's injected into the other bloke?
Oh, Inner Space?
Inner Space. We could remake Inner Space.
Well, that's you have to do, if you're going genre by genre, as it appears you're doing, and I wouldn't say that you are, so you have to go some kind of sci-fi thing next.
It's true.
Maybe you could inject me into Simon's anus.
Well, then you're covering all the bases that you've covered, as you see in an ice cream cone.
Oh, dear. I don't know what it is about the word anus that's immediately funny. It's just a lot funnier than ass, and like it's just one of those words. I don't know what it is.
It's quite medical.
I think the medical terms are funnier than slang.
Yeah.
Anyway, we digress.
No, I like it. Now the conversation's gotten interesting. What other medical terms find funny?
Oh, I got, hang on.
Come on.
Well, scrotum is a funny word.
Scrotum is a funny word.
Yeah.
Bell end, although...
Bell end
Yes.
Bell end is slang. No, that goes,
obviously you've seen medical professionals come in.
You don't go to
examine the bell end.
I'm afraid there's a problem with your bell end.
Unless they're a big allergy fan.
I'm afraid you've got cancer of the bell end.
Oh my god. This is going out live, right?
Yes, it is. Say hello to everyone.
We're on national radio right now, National Public Radio.
Yes, we're on Book Talk right now. So, do you feel you've accomplished what you wanted to accomplish going in?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, it's weird being here because it feels quite premature in that we finished filming 3 weeks ago, and I've only been editing for like 2 whole weeks, and but it was amazing. It was a crazy. I don't know if you saw any of the blogs and stuff that we did online. I mean, it was a crazy kind of shoot, and it was just fun to kind of. I mean, one of the things actually for me, less so for Simon and Nick because they actually get to do things, but one of the things that I've kind of realised with both Sean and kind of Hot Fuzz is, as a director, you kind of write these things which are essentially like living out your boyhood fantasies, and then from my end of it, I don't get to do any of them. No. So I don't get to do any of them.
But whose fault is that? If you're M. Night Shyamalan...
yes, exactly.
You could push these 2 out.
Were you in it at all?
I am in it briefly.
What did you play? The famous rapist?
Yeah, I did
And a statue dedication.
I did get to share the screen with Dalton. I kind of thought I wanted to be on the screen with Prince Baron.
Yeah, yes.
So, we got him to where I'd like to announce, Timothy Dalton has his Prince Baron moustache.
Yeah.
So we got him in kind of like sort of Baron mode.
Now, was that actually in the writing? You're going, can we do this? Can we get him into the...
It's weird, like, we didn't, I wouldn't say that we wrote the character for him, but he was somebody who's kind of came up very early on, and we didn't kind of really, for some reason, I just think we just assumed that he was living over here now and stuff, and it was kind of, as soon as it started to become like a thing about, God, what if we got Timothy Dalton to play the part? And now I can't imagine anybody else playing that part. He was brilliant.
He was so menacing, wasn't he?
He was so funny.
So what was the biggest surprise in casting, besides...
It's got a pretty crazy cast, I have to say. And what was such a trip was kind of like seeing. It's a big ensemble film, and it's so kind of fun sort of seeing actors together that you would never really put together. And so that was great. So there's kind of like
Simon and Nick.
Well, no, it's just amazing because there's a lot of as well as like Simon and Nick in terms of like the kind of the police force. I suppose are probably played more by the kind of comedy actors. And so there's kind of Steve Coogan, Martin Freeman, Bill Nighy, who else? Olivia Colman, Kevin Eldon, Bill Bailey, Jim Broadbent, and then kind of like the people who are in the kind of the village, the sort of the elders of the village. It's just a kind of like an all-star British thespian.
Yeah.
Edward Woodward, Billy Whitelaw, Ken Cranham, Stuart Wilson, Dalton, who else? Paul Freeman, Belloc. It was amazing.
It's Belloc.
Yes.
we would sort of have to stop ourselves, kind of like sort of almost like name checking them by their characters and stuff.
Oh, that's how it should have been identified in the credits. When you put the credits together, just put all their character
Bell
names.
off.
Yes.
It was great because like what's really funny like working with those people because they were all great and it was just amazing having that people around. But again, like as a director, you get no. I mean, you guys did more than me, but you get no anecdote time with these people because it's so busy and you're kind of working so hard. And so it was really frustrating, kind of having like Edward Woodward and Billy Whitelaw and Paul Freeman on St. Jones, and then sort of a fly lands on his face, and then it goes in his mouth.
Oh,
And I remember as a kid, because I saw that like 3 times at the cinema, I would always be like sort of like, man, he like ate a fly during a take.
And didn't break character.
And I sort of said to Paul Freeman, there was a little lull in kind of like something had broken or whatever. So I was
you
just saying,
want to fly, Paul?
no. But what was great is I said, you know what, there's something I've always wanted to ask you about Red Lost Star. He goes, the fly. And he knew, and he said that Pauline Kael, when she reviewed Raiders, had mentioned the fly going in and said it was a testament to his kind of like sort of commitment to the role that he kept on acting whilst a fly went into his mouth. Amazing. There's so many kind of great people in it. There's 2.
But now Nick's not. We can talk about Nick now.
What do you mean? What you want some
Just the
dirt?
truth about Nick. Come on, you know what? Big head. He's starting to get a little.
What you see is what you get. You couldn't find somebody who's more like, Oh, Jesus.
Ah.
I went out there and I said, one of the guys has been sick. You got a class. They all got very serious. One of the guys has been sick.
Oh dear. I wish all junkers were this fun.